Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. As usual, apologies for not posting regularly enough, but that's what YouTubers do. I've been busy with this corpus. It's still a work in progress. I'm still calling it like version 0 point blah blah for a good reason. It's going to change. Still working on that, but what I want to do is kind of consider doing this exam while working on that in parallel, because a lot of the input I get preparing for this exam will be very useful information for that corpus in particular. For those of you who didn't watch my last video, this corpus more than enough Hansa, here was the starting point of about that 4,000 blah blah characters. I do handwriting exercises, and there's also an Anki deck which you can download, but everything's going to change. I've been constantly editing and so on as I go along. This is my kind of end game, kind of my final goal for studying characters, done for life. I call it an end game corpus. So I think this is a suitable end game corpus. It goes far, far beyond the HSK syllabus. But there is some justification for that. Well, I don't want to get too far off topic. Well, in this video, I want to talk about this. HSK7-9. Yeah, so obviously I've been thinking about taking this exam for a long time. What are my trepidations here? Number one is this is a new exam, and I'm just not familiar with what's on the exam. Number two is my HSK6 marks weren't fantastic. Now, because of the pandemic, the HSK 3.0 standards weren't rolled out particularly smoothly. And yeah, so they're still working on that now, which probably for some people feels like a long time after the pandemic. But yeah, we don't really do anything pandemic related here anymore. We just go about life as normal. Right. So I want to think about this. Should I take this exam? Now my marks are HSK6. I mean, I passed, but I barely passed. Now, with the rollout from HSK 2.0 to HSK 3.0, the HSK 6, level 6, is going from advanced to intermediate, right? So for 2.0 standards, it's an advanced exam, but for the 3.0 standards, it's intermediate exam. And HSK 7 through 9 is the advanced exam, all merged into one. It's quite different. It's different in some ways and not different in others. So I think the 2.0 version of the HSK6 might be more similar to this for the 3.0 standards than it is for the 3.0 HSK6. The 3.0 HSK6 has, the three obvious things I notice are it changes from advanced to intermediate, and it's like, oh, that suggests it's going to get easier. The number of characters goes from 2,663 to 1,800. So that's 800 fewer characters, which is a massive drop. And the third one is no Chongyu. There is no Chongyu in the beginner intermediate levels of the HSK 3.0 syllabus. What this means is, so I've learned the HSK characters. Not just I've learned the HSK characters, I've learned like HSK 1.0, HSK 2.0, HSK 3.0, and then many beyond that as well, and all of those characters. So so I am like okay with characters. I don't like getting interrupted, but with characters I don't know, because when you're reading, you want a quick judgment of, oh, should I learn that? Should I not? It's very hard. And it can be quite hard to judge. My cup is not invisible. That's my green screen. Yeah, so it would be nice to have this endgame corpus. Yeah, it's almost certainly going to expand maybe to 4,500 or something like this. But there are good reasons for that. I do notice almost all characters beyond the HSK, or at least a large number of them, just have one meaning, one pronunciation, right? So they are much easier to learn, these really advanced characters. They're substantially easier to learn. They usually just belong to like 1 or 2 words as well. Or they just appear in a particular Chongyu and the rest you don't need to learn. So one thing I'm noticing is that the non-HSK characters are easier to learn than the HSK characters. They're, of course, less important as well. They don't occur very often. When they occur in a very specific context, very specific structure, sentence. Anyway, so here, I'm considering doing this. All right, one thing to know is that there are not many exams. Like at best, it's every like 3 months when they have this exam. The next HSK7-9 exam is in May next year. So that's over 5 months away. So there was this post. So this is ChineseForums.com, and user Pomelo Fruit posted, oh, they're doing this one. And I'm like, maybe I should take it. And so now I'm seriously considering taking this one on the 9th of May. And we'll do it together. Well, it's not like there are many options here. It's like this one is the only one in the near future. Well, it's the only one, period, that is mentioned on that you can book for at the moment. So they are quite rare. So this might be a sensible goal for me. While I prepare for this exam, I can help improve the corpus. And there's a few other things like my passport and whatnot I need to sort out, which will interrupt in the middle there somewhere. But this is maybe a suitable goal for me as well. Right. What's the catch? Catch is my HSK 6 marks are not ideal. I would like to do better, but at the same time, if they're going to throw out the HSK 6, the current version, and replace it with something else, then maybe I'll wait for them to do the reform and then take it, because I suspect it's going to become substantially easier in the near future. Now, this rollout has been making the news a lot recently. So here's an example post. I've been posting this to Chinese forums. I have been keeping careful track of all this, but so they're talking about this launch of this textbook series. Should we do English? This post is just the textbook series. So first they mentioned this, showed this image, and it wasn't obvious whether or not it actually existed or this was some sort of mock-up. And then we got this one. So there's a whole bunch, there's like 3 or 4 major conferences going on all at the same time. And they use, is it this the page? This one. 对标等级标准的 HSK 3.0 版将于近日与大家见面. So 近日, what does 近日 mean? 近日 means in the next few days, right? So this was posted a week or so ago. 双十一. All right. It was posted exactly 10 days ago. So we're very close to this. Very close to the 3.0 being launched. Not just like existing in the background and everyone's still doing 2.0. Oh yeah, this one. They don't mention this in the English versions, but there's AI. AI is coming to the HSK. So here's the translation of what they've written. I'm not entirely sure what this implies. AI scoring. AI scoring sounds interesting to me because it takes a long time before you go from taking the exam to actually getting your marks. And I've done the handwritten one, which means it's 1 month. You take the exam and a full month later, you get your marks. And it's a long wait because you don't know if you've totally failed or if you've done really well until you get the marks. And then it's like, oh, I should have spent the last month preparing for the exam again and this sort of thing. So if AI is doing the marking, maybe there's a chance that it will be quite efficient. I don't know. Maybe it's, I mean, why would it not give you marks in like an hour or two after you take the exam? I don't see any obstacle to that if an AI is doing the marking. At least maybe the next day or something, which makes it so much easier planning. And it's a real problem for students who are at university. When they take the exam, they do not know whether or not their HSK marks are sufficient for their degree. Some students need it to enroll at university. Some students need it to graduate. And if they've already got the marks they want, they're not going to take the exam again. They want to know now, but you have to book the exam in advance, and you have to book the exam without knowing your marks from the previous exam. It's like, oh, I don't know what I did on the HSK6. Maybe I have to just take it again just in case, that sort of thing. Yeah. This personalized AI adaptive testing product. So I think what they're referring to is this new app. It's green. Okay, my green screen is not liking that. There's a new app called HSK Go. Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. It's not very good. It's barely usable at the moment. So I'm going to assume it's in development or something like this. You can download it now. It's not fantastic. It needs work. So presumably, yeah, it seems to have some kind of AI features, but they are paid features. So I'm not paying for it. It only caters to beginners at the moment. I don't know what this means. Question setting? What would they say in Chinese? 加大 AI 命题. Oh, there it is. Question setting. Now, I guess this means like when you take the HSK, you're going to get AI written questions, which it kind of makes sense to me because, well, a lot of the exam questions I encounter, I feel like they're just from online and they're just kind of copied and pasted from online, modified slightly, maybe simplified a little bit from native content. So I'm not sure, like that doesn't sound fantastic. And sometimes the edits really kind of make the writing seem very awkward and so on. Proctoring. So proctoring would imply that you have some sort of camera watching you as you take the exam. I do not know what that means. And this one. So presumably this is just their app. Yeah. All right. So, what's this one? So, oh, right. So this is the new textbook. It made the news. This is the conference launching the textbook series. It's, yeah, it made the news. It's not just a small thing. More mention of AI. 小语语言的语小语 some sort of AI. I think it's just an app or something in this ballpark that comes with the textbook series. I don't think there's much more to that. I'm not sure. I don't know. The thing is, there is like 10 other AIs you can use to learn Chinese, and I use ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is like ultra personalized, knows my preferences and so on. So the idea of using a different AI is I'm a bit hesitant for that. But Chinese AIs kind of have a different, I don't know, style. Maybe they're stricter than like ChatGPT. I also feel like ChatGPT's Chinese is kind of native, but I describe it like this: it's the native Chinese of Chinese people who grew up in like a Western country or something, as opposed to a Chinese person that has grown up in China and gone through the Chinese education system. Yeah, Chinese people who grew up in China have all these background assumptions that, like, you things like all the differences between the north and south of China. It's like just all this stuff like this that you're just assumed to know and you don't. And yeah, if the same person grew up in, say, in America or something, maybe they don't have these assumptions. Yeah, things like the significance of various rivers in Chinese agricultural history and things like this that like everyone here knows, but you kind of don't. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the kind of difference between these AIs is that the Chinese ones, the Chinese ones, they're really like they feel like they grew up in China, have a Chinese education, and it's quite distinct like that. It's stricter. There's like sort of they have Chinese educational standards and so on. Yeah, here it is. That's the photo of like a sample of this textbook, which I got from that WeChat post. So I'll click on the WeChat post from Hello Mandarin. So they attended the conference. There's this textbook. There's another textbook behind, which I don't know what it is. There's also workbooks as well associated with these if you go through all the photos online nowadays. So there's HSK1 through HSK7-9 even. So I think only their 1, 2, 3 exists at the moment. There's some examples if you want to check it out. But so my understanding is these are coming soon in the sense of like the next few days or maybe early next month or something. So, okay. So this is a quote from that site, from this WeChat page. So here. So officially available after its release on the designated platform. So presumably designated platform is the BLCUP website. It's not for sale yet. I can tell you if they release the 7-9 exam textbooks, I'm going to buy them all like immediately. But probably I'm not the only one. So this one says June next year, which for HSK 1 through 6 exams. So I've gotten different claims from different sources. I'm seeing HSK 1 through 3, the rollout from going from 2.0 to 3.0 is like within weeks, not next year. I think that one's meant to be the next few weeks, whereas HSK 456 is meant to be next year. This is what I'm hearing most consistently, but the reports are somewhat inconsistent with each other. The important thing is these textbooks actually exist. So they're not going to have to write them from scratch, etc., etc. They're not just mock-ups. They do exist. At least I've only seen photos of HSK1 though. So yeah. So this is happening. There's a whole bunch of things happening all at once. There's a bunch of things in the news. There's a few other things I'm not going to mention. I forget off the top of my head. Various textbooks and that sort of thing. What this means is if the rollout for HSK6 is going to happen soon, so going from 2.0 standards, 3.0 standards, then I'm going to be counted as an intermediate student, and I'm not so sure if I can accept that. Yeah, if it's happening June next year, yeah, not so sure about that. Now, the next HSK7-9 exam is next year. Pause for a second, I'll get it up. Yeah, so if you want to know when the next exam is, you go to this website, chinesetest.cn. HSK7-9. Translation is on this exam. English. At center. Yeah, so these ones, they don't have anything. And there it is. That's it. That one or nothing. On the plus side, yeah, in China. You have to do it in China. There's a lot. On the downside, they don't have it in my province. I'm in Shandong province. But maybe I'll go to Beijing. I want to go to, there's like a movie museum. I never went to the movie museum in Beijing. I want to go to the movie museum. Haidianqu is where all the universities are. And, oh, okay, Beijing 大学. Oh, so this is Peking University. All right. All right. So that's a possibility, but there's also multiple other possibilities. Where's no, not Jilin. I go to Shanghai. Oh. Could I go to Suzhou? Suzhou. Oh, it gives me an excuse to go to Suzhou. Suzhou's really nice. If you're gonna go to another city, you might as well travel, right? Enjoy it. I don't know. Like, so there was that person on Chinese forums, wherever it was, who said, yeah, they want to. Okay, they've registered. Okay, so they've done it already. They've locked it in. Lock it in, Eddie. They've locked it in. Lock it in, Eddie. Only makes sense if you're Australian, right? Lock it in, Eddie. I'm not sure. Maybe it makes sense to that little quote. Lock it in, Eddie. So they've booked in that exam. Yeah. So if they're doing it, maybe I should do it in the same place as them. Like, so which sounds ridiculous from if you're not in China, but if you're in China and you understand how to use the trains, yeah. You take trains across China the same way you take subways in other countries. So it's like, oh, right, I'll just go to Beijing. Poof. It really feels like that at times. The trains are incredibly efficient here. All right, so that's all the meta. So now let's close this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. I'll leave it. So next, what I want to do is talk about, or at least go through the exam. I'm not familiar with this at all. Maybe I should have spent the last few years preparing for this. But if I go ahead and book it, maybe I will, I don't know, that will give me the impetus. Now, listening, reading, writing, translation. Translation does not exist and has not existed before this exam. This is the first time it's existed. Speaking, in the standards, there was also handwriting listed. My understanding is this is not actually on the exam. Yeah, I don't know why. There are no handwritten exams. You have to take it. My understanding is you have to take it in person at the venue, and it seems like you have to take it in China as well. All right. So listening, 3 sections, reading, 3 sections. Oh, the other thing is these are long. Whoops. What's that? Oh, all right. Can I get, oh, I can't really. So about 30 minutes of listening, a full hour of reading, 55 minutes of writing, 41 minutes of translation, 24 minutes of speaking. So my head's in the way. About 210, which, so for those of you who are not great at arithmetic, that's 3.5 hours, right? 3.5 hours. That's a slog. That is a slog. So, oh, here's the timetable. Oh, they've changed it. Oh no. Okay, I do better in the morning, substantially better in the morning than in the afternoon. So when I see this, you only get half an hour break. Oh no. I don't like that at all. I want to stop and have lunch. Yeah. So translation splits into oral and written. So the written translation task will be in the first part and the oral translation task here. How long is this? That is a... hold on, what? 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. That's 3 hours and 10 minutes. And then another 20. 3 hours and 10. Oh my word. 3 hours and 10 minutes. 1 break. Oh, so 1 break is set during the test. So there is a break in between here. So it's 3 hours and you get a 10-minute break to use bathroom or something, I guess. Yeah. 5 schools, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, internet-based test. So currently, so maybe there will be a handwritten version in the future. Oh, I didn't know you could do it here. Don't show my email to everyone, please. No, yeah, I presume that's the same page. Anyway, what am I doing? What I want to do is check out the format, familiarize myself with the format. So let's have a look at this. 七至九级样题. So sample. I took a quick look before. It's not complete. This is not a mock exam. It's just sample questions. So first we want listening, 3 sections, objective here. All right. Listening. So listening, part 1 is 判断对错，对吗? A tick or a cross. So presumably I'll have to do this on a computer, so I don't physically tick something. Anyway, so already this is looking easier than HSK6. The current HSK6. The current HSK6 does not have any 50-50s. It's like toss a coin, you'll get 50%. So people regard 60% as a pass. Yeah, you get 50% just by guessing. That's interesting. All right. This should be relatively easy, but 请根据听到的内容判断下列句子是否符合原文. So when can also refer to the like listening text and so on as well. 符合原文的请画勾，不符合请画叉。So, all right. So that's the idea. They come together, right? So you listen to one audio and 1、2、3、4、5，判断对错 ，all about 无题。智慧旅游的兴起有助于全民科学素养的提升。Oh, no, I must be wrong. So there'll be 5 different audios because they're just different topics. 春节, 五一. This is 五一 as well. But this is smart travel, I guess. Maybe it's like iTravel or something like this. Some theoretical technology that involves, I don't know, involves traveling maybe with like an AI guide or something like this. You have to listen to the audio. Just whether or not it helps. I feel like this is just going to be no, right? So the rise of smart travel assists 素养的提升，全民科学素养的提升。Actually, it could be yes. What do you think? It could be a yes as well, couldn't it? In the sense of it facilitates people traveling and therefore can get experience with other cultures and so on. I don't know. Maybe if it's your first time in, say, a country and you don't speak the language, but you have this travel guide in your ear, maybe it'll help. All right. 西江千户苗寨景区有多个历史谜团尚未解开。I'm fairly sure this is a yes. If it was not true, you wouldn't talk about the topic, right? So 谜团 is like enigma or mystery, historical mysteries that are currently unsolved. I don't know what level that character is. This one also. I don't know. I'm not sure. I stopped caring about whether or not a character is part of the HSK syllabus when I started this project. And it's like, okay, I'm going so far beyond the HSK syllabus that I stopped caring. All right. Pause for 1 second. Yeah, so in China, they turn the heating on at some point, and just before they turn the heating on, there's this period of time when it's quite cold, and we're currently in that period of time. When they turn the heating on, it gets quite hot in your room. So there's one day when it's like suddenly, it's like, oh, I'm so hot. Why am I so hot? And that's what happens. All right. Anyway, listening part 1. This does not daunt me. I believe it is just 5 separate audios. Yeah, this seems easier than the HSK6. Part 2. Okay, so these are... So 电子嗅觉. So this is like an E sense of smell. Like maybe it's like a smelling for explosives or something like this. 电子嗅觉实际上是通过什么什么什么什么来完成工作的. So presumably it's... So here you need to understand how this technology works and fill in the gap. This is substantially harder than the HSK6 questions. Yeah, so this one is much harder. Okay, if I was going to guess, I'm going to guess... 通过, how does it work? 电子. So it's some sort of 嗅觉传感器 or something like this. 装置在感应材料中进行比较. Oh, okay, so you can almost copy the answer from here. Here. 凭借嗅觉系统和神经细胞来区分。也参照气味引起的物理变化和化学反应. Could be this one. All right, so you can just copy that into there, right? Is that not possible? 辨别多种气味. Okay, the answer is this one. They're talking about some sort of technology that can distinguish between smells. 能实现远程监控. No, you can't smell long distance. That's not how smells work. 具有自动报警功能, automatic report to police 功能. Maybe, hold on. 可检测有毒有害气体. Okay, so this is going to be a 不正确. One of the ones where it asks you, no, 正确答案. Okay, that makes it much easier. But this does not apply to this. 请选出. So select 或填上. Okay, so select the correct answer or this. So there are none of these 不正确. Right? On the HSK6 exam, they can say 不正确. 哪一项不正确? Which means you have to choose the one which is wrong, and they're substantially harder than just select the one that's right. So, so probably this one then. Definitely not that one. This is probably not right. If they're introducing a new technology, it's probably in a kind of prototype stage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still the same thing, right? 气味照相机. No, this is another technology again, is it? 把气味存储在什么什么上. So it's a fragrance camera. So it's some technology for recording fragrances. How would it function? I don't know. It'll probably say here. Maybe they could have just recognized the. Is it like, what are they called? I did chemistry. I should know this. What are those? Mass spectrometer. Maybe it's a mass spectrometer. Maybe I meant to put the Chinese word for mass spectrometer in here. 从理论上来讲是不可行的. Okay, no. Very likely to be some sort of spectrum analysis. 光谱 is spectrum in Chinese. 光谱分析. But it'll be like some 电子版本, right? A digital form. 倘若被滥用会带来巨大风险. No. 目前未落地. This is probably correct. 但未来有望实现. This is probably correct. 只是炒作罢了. Plagiarize. 炒作. No, hold on. 炒作. This is slang, right? This is not. I forget. Wow. Okay. 根本无法实现批量生产. What is 炒作 here? So, okay, so 批量 is like large scale. 生产, large scale. It's 炒作 prototype. Wow, is it prototype? That's a new word for me. I'm trying out this new dictionary. Hype, promote. Yeah, it is slang. So 炒 stir fry. So 炒作 hype. Oops. So this is probably the correct one, right? It's in the prototyping stage. So this is not prototype, this is hype. It's all hype. No, yeah, I feel like this would be possible to some extent. If you put a sample in a mass spectrometer, you would get a kind of a fingerprint of the fragrance or whatever else you put in. 机器狗. mechanical dog, 顶多能闻出这个. So these are related topics. I'm not sure if it's the same. Anyway, I don't need to read all this. Okay, so in comparison with the HSK6, we have this, which is harder, but it looks like you can copy from here. So you can fill in the subjective questions based on the like characters in the objective questions. Yeah. I feel like that's a little bit cheating, but at the same time, it will get you the marks. What can I say? The other one was this one. You only need to choose correct answers. You are not going to have 不正确. On the current HSK6, you can get 不正确 questions. You have to choose the incorrect answer. And yeah, that's a trap. All right. So again, this is not ridiculously harder than the HSK6, especially if you understand what is said. It's not that big a deal. Here, I presume you're meant to fill in some sort of anticipated answer, probably like 4 or 6 characters or something in that ballpark. All right. And listening, part 3. 15 objective, 3 subjective. All right, so we really ratcheted up the number of questions here. Oh, so hold on. Part 2 had 9 plus 3 is 12 questions. Here had just flat 10 questions. So here and another one. Oh, so I'm giving you half. All right. So here, it's the same again, right? So you get 3 objective, 1 subjective. What's the difference between 2 and 3? I got nothing. 正确. So we're always choosing correct, no incorrect answers. That is substantially easier than the HSK6. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. It's substantially easier than the 不正确 questions. Like, you only have to think about choosing the correct answers. You don't have to think about choosing incorrect answers. 宋代. All right, I do not see the difference between part 2 and part 3, other than there's 4 questions here. There's an additional objective one. I'd have to listen to the audio and get an idea what to put in there. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are long, so that requires a bit of reading as well. I'm a little confused. Now I understand. Sorry, this is a whole. So you listen to the audio, you've got 5 objective questions, 1 subjective question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yes. So this is, on the HSK6, there's an interview. Is it an interview or something? It doesn't say here, does it? Interviews. So it could be all sorts of content. All right, it's a diverse content. News, business, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. So there are 6 questions. That's 6. Of which one is subjective, and you have 3 batches. So 18. Yeah, so 5 subjective, 5 objective, 1 subjective, and 3 batches of them. All right, so now I know what the listening is. At least have some idea. If it's lightning, it's it's really bright. It's like a chungi, right? 蓝天霹雳. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe someone like dropped something or some construction works going on or something. All right. Listening doesn't seem all that radically different from HSK6. The current HSK6, which follows the 2.0 standards. All right, let's do reading. 3 sections, 1, 2, 3. So this is the diversity of topics, but I don't know, they all come up on the HSK6 currently. What about over here? You wouldn't get news on the listening section on the HSK6. I don't know, I'd have to pay more attention to it. Yeah, I don't know how different this is, but the listening material sounds different to what you would get on the HSK6. HSK6 is, there's a first part which is like, they have a snippet, usually they introduce, I don't know, some pop psychology thing, or they might tell a joke. The jokes are super lame, but they might tell a joke. Or something like that. The second part is the interview. It's quite long, in fact, it's quite challenging to remember all the content. And part 3 is they give a speech, and there's like 3 or 4 questions about that speech. A, B, C, D, all multiple choice. Yeah. All right. I must admit, this seems better in the sense of it seems better designed than the HSK6. And the first part, like true false. I'm sorry. Why can't we get that for the HSK6? True false. Come on. All right. Reading. All right. So part 1. Oh, that's long, isn't it? 7 whoa. Whoa. All right. That's probably in the order of 800 characters. Oh, we've also got to fill in the blank here. All right. I'll get an estimate. It is 964 characters. So reading speed's going to be important, but that's to be expected. Are there any scary characters? What's that? Yeah, all right. So these are non-HSK characters. This one, I don't even know. Is it in my corpus? How do I go here? This is my corpus. Here it is. Whoa. Oh, all right. That's the same thing, right? Huh. It's character for character, identical for that. Welcome to why I have done this. Welcome to why I have this corpus and study characters well beyond the HSK. 艳丽夺目. That one, I know. Yeah, this is why I don't worry. I am not able to worry. But 变得, it's probably like a fancy way of saying 漂亮 or something. 紫红, both. Sometimes it means purple, but sometimes it's used more figurative for red. I do not recognize that character. That one I do not recognize either. What does it mean? If I go here, can I? 姹紫嫣红. Yeah, beautiful flowers. Can I look up? Oh, I can look up here. Beautiful purple. What is this one? Yen. Flowers. I don't see how flowers come into this. Beautiful purple, brilliant reds. Maybe it's just used to describe flowers. Anyway. Are there any other characters that may pose a problem? Just having a quick look. Lutong. I don't know what that insect is. 杜氏 yan. This is some type of algae. Shi yan jun. This shi. It's kind of the same as hobby when used as a verb. Yeah, in Chinese, hobby can be used as a verb, 爱好. But this 嗜好, right? This one has a hobby of salt. Maybe it's like selenophilic bacteria, something in that ballpark. Salt-loving bacteria. 是炎菌, something in that ballpark. Halophiles. Well, halophiles. That was pretty close. It is. Yeah, it is. It's salt-loving bacteria. Yeah. I did need to infer it though. So you can probably tell I spend a lot of time on science-related things. This is some salt-type algae named after Du. This Du Shi. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what this is, but I recognize the characters. Some insect. Yeah. I do not know this one. But again, I'll show you something. I've been going through insects. Pause for 1 second. It's getting a bit cold. So you may ask, why do you do this? Why do you go through all these insects and learn all these obscure insects and things? Because they're on the exam. What can I say? Probably the rarest one is this one, right? 水螅, water polyp. Some of these I don't know in English, but there's a broken link here. So probably this should be a PNG. I'm still proofreading and so on. I'll need to fix that. Yeah, some of them I do not know in English. The issue is that I grew up in Australia and the insects in Australia are different to the insects in other countries. Yeah, so, sometimes I just don't know. This is what I mean with background knowledge. Yeah, Chinese people will just assume you know all this stuff that they grew up knowing, and yeah, you might not know because different insects. But this one, probably almost no one knows. So, yeah, 三种生物. Here. So this will be a type of algae. Oh, it's like a zooplankton, is it? 杜氏. Shiyan. So there it is. It's salt-loving. Or was it halophilic? But it's waiter. So this is it zooplankton or phytoplankton? I honestly don't know the difference offhand. It's a single cell. It's plankton, right? So, aquatic grass. So it's phytoplankton. What do you call it? So this is just the name, right? So 杜氏. They just took the 杜 from the Latin and put 氏 at the end. And it's like, yeah, that'll do. I don't know. Maybe this is a researcher who studied this. Oh, microalgae. Oh, okay, microalgae. So it's not. So it's algae, not plankton. Algae, not plankton. All right. Yeah, sometimes I get a few of these mixed up. It's algae, not plankton. Why is it not listed in the dictionary? All right. Anyway, close. Any other characters we might find challenging. Yeah, out of curiosity, is this character a HSK character? I'll put it in my little list here. So plus. So plus means it's a HSK 7-9 character. Yeah, 是好西安. Yeah, 是 when used for humans is usually a negative thing. So it's like having a hobby that's not a good hobby to have. In this case, their hobby is smoking. Of course, yeah, hobby hobbies in English and hobbies in Chinese are different things. It functions as a verb, and it also is broader. So your hobby can be like world peace or something. All right. Here we go. Again, this is what I'm talking about with background knowledge. Gobi, this is the Gobi Desert. Now this is probably a non-HSK character. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, HSK 7-9. Yeah, on my notes. This is why I make these notes. Yeah, Gobi, Shamo, the Gobi Desert. This is the most common place where you encounter this character. And you can very much see why I do this. It's not me being silly. Yeah, Banlan, like mottled flower, rose lake, blah blah blah. I presume I've got this somewhere in my list. Oh, here we go. Also, Banlan. Yeah. Yeah, this is giving me a lot of confidence. I've done this right. All right. All right. So there aren't too many, at least from my perspective, too many scary characters. There's this, but okay. Honestly, not knowing those characters will not hinder your understanding of the text. You know that this means beautiful. You can just infer that it means beautiful. But even if you, like, there's two characters here you probably won't recognize off the top of your head. Si Hong are very easy characters. This is probably HSK 1 or 2 characters. So you're probably getting some idea that it's purple and red as something pertaining to color. And you know very much if they're talking about some lake, that it's going to be beautiful. They're not going to be talking about a dump. Like, why would you even mention it? All right. So this one is not a problem. Yeah. Oh, what's this? Law. Tola. Oh, this is just transliteration. Yeah. What is this? This is a Chongyu. Oh, this is like unlike anything else or something. I'm just inferring the meaning from the characters. I won't do, can I do this one? Actually, I will do that one. Sometimes it just reveals all your personal information. 莫不如是就是莫不如此 Yeah. So it's unlike anything else, I presume. 意思是没有不是这样的 Yeah, all right. I inferred correctly. At the same time, it is better to not rely on inference. It's faster. Oh, what's that one? I don't know that character. 额吉博尔 I got nothing. Is it on my list? Huh. No. All right, I was not expecting that. 走出泥淖 This is a non-HSK character. So this character is not even in the HSK syllabus, even the HSK 7-9 syllabus. Wow. I thought some of these characters, I thought, you know, come on, they're pretty rare. What can I say? I don't get to choose what's on the exam. Tuole Kulehu. So this is just a name of the lake, right? Is this what is this? I don't even know what it means. Muqinhu, Mongol Yu. Oh, okay. It's Mongolian. What? Are you serious? Is it a name of a place in Inner Mongolia? All right. So, where is this? Urji. Oh, okay. So Urji, Mother Mongol. Okay, so when I see Urji, I should think Mongolia, and this is Nar. Nar. So this is the name of a place. Are there photos? Oh, it's a salt lake in Inner Mongolia. All right. Again, it's substantially easier to not have to infer these things. You just know that because you've studied Chinese geography, that sort of thing. Yeah. So, oh, what have I done? What have I done? I don't know. So here is a character I don't know, or at least I didn't know. Oh, so what if I do this? Oh, okay, I didn't realize I could do that. Here, here. Oh, that's cool. And where were the other ones? I don't remember. Yeah. The here were words rather than characters. Oh, there was. Is it? Yeah. That's it, I think. Just those. Was there another one? I don't remember. Oh, that turns off the mark. I want to turn off the pin. Oh, I clicked there. All right. I didn't realize I could do that. Okay, so we read that there's a few characters worth, I don't know, having some knowledge of. It's just, it speeds up your reading. You know what I mean? If you're reading and you don't need to infer, you can just know already what it means. Yeah. If you study to the point where even whoever's making these exams will go, oh, come on, that's pretty unreasonable to expect a student to know, like water polyp and things like that, which may come up on this exam. You never know. We do get specific insects and this sort of thing. Lu shui. What is lu shui? I'm not sure. I don't want to go too far into this. Yeah. So you need to read fast, comprehend. So it's approximately 1,000 characters, right? 964 characters. And when you've got all this thrown in, it'll be over 1,000. Other questions hard. 根据前朗顿可以知道 blah 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 极为稀有 It's the name of a lake, right? It's the wrong thing to say, right? 罕见的湖泊 Especially 特殊罕见湖泊 So if it's 罕见, then sure, all right. Extremely rare. 发掘宝石 No. Oh. Oh yeah, 大陆 No, it's in Mongolia, not throughout Europe and Asia. 玫瑰湖 So 玫瑰 is figurative then. Ah, it's a rose-colored lake. So the 玫瑰, there's no actual roses involved. It's just the color of the lake. All right, interesting. It's both scientific and geographic, right? Surely that's the one. 第三段空白 here. So we're sticking a Chengyu. 众所周知，与众不同，至关重要，重中之重，重中之重。I don't know this Chengyu. Is it a HSK Chengyu? It may. Maybe I do know this. 重中之重. It's very important, right? This one. I like this format better. I should turn that one off. Of the utmost importance. Yeah, I kind of inferred it. 重中之重. 重中之重. Hilarity. It's not listing it as a HSK one. Oh, does it list HSK words here? No. I'm new to this extension. What have I done? So this and this kind of mean the same thing. So in that case, if this was true, then this would be false, which it would be both false and true. So it can't be C or D because they would imply each other. 与众不同 works, and this one probably is not going to work. It's almost certainly B, but let's see. Where can we see? 在缺乏其他河流或湖泊流水汇入的情况下，地下水的补给对于维持玫瑰湖水量的沿路的平衡与众不同。Yeah, it's just unlike other lakes. That's why it's, well, you know, red. 因为光靠有限的地表 is like topology. 降水 just rainfall, maybe like precipitation is closer. 是无法使盐湖持续存在的。Yeah, it's normally bad form to start a sentence with an 因为. Maybe that should be a comma. Anyway, that's not scary. There's nothing too scary here. All right, pause for a second. I need the bathroom. All right, so where were we? This is part 1 of reading. We read 1,000 characters and answer 7 questions. Not a problem. I think that is fine. Okay, so what we need to think about is reading speed more than anything else. There are 4 batches, right? 7 4s are 28, hopefully. Okay, that will require a lot of time. You have 60 minutes. You do not have time to read it all, do you? So let me think again. So if you spent 10 minutes on each one, 10 minutes on each one, you'll have 20 minutes left over for the rest. That's a bit tight. I don't think you can spend 10 minutes on that. 1,000 characters with 7 questions. I'd have to get it down to like 7 minutes. Something like that. 7, well, 28. Like 1 minute, 1 question, right? Hold on. 47 questions. So it's not 1 minute, 1 question. It's 1 and a bit minutes per question. All right. Part 2. Oh, this is a unique exercise I've never seen anywhere else. It's order the paragraphs. There is only one example. You're given 6 paragraphs. You're given 6 paragraphs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You're given 7 paragraphs. Oh, wow. And one of them you throw away. All right. So one you're given, one you throw away, and the rest, yeah. What is this? 伤寒杂病论. All right, let's have a look at, are there any characters I don't recognize? 容理. Oh, are we talking about Chinese medicine? I don't know what 容理 is. 容 is used for like dissolving. What do I got in my notes? Yeah, 盐溶于水. So salt dissolves in water. Wow, I'm finding these notes quite helpful actually. What else have we got here? Yeah, this is Zhong, this character, if you don't know. Zhang Zhongyin. What is this? This is the name of a person, Mingji Zi Zhongyin. What? What is this? I got nothing. I don't know why it's there. It's weird. It's like, okay. Okay, so Nanyang. So Hunan. Henan Nanyang. Donghan Monian. Donghan Monian. Alright. So that's a long time ago. Like 1,500 years ago. If I remember correctly. Again, you're going to be assumed to know all the Chinese dynasties. That's just assumed knowledge. You need to know the significance of each dynasty. Towards the end of the Han Dynasty. Whoops. I don't want to do that. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm not familiar. Dong Han. So this is Eastern Han. Hold on. Dong Han Monian. Ooh, sometimes there's overlap. Like, sometimes there's like one dynasty and then there's a different dynasty with the same character, which can be very confusing, and I get them mixed up. Especially in points in Chinese history where they're like not united. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so there's some sort of plague in China at the time. Are there any characters I'm unfamiliar with? No. So nothing here, right? Nothing hard. This one is Kui, right? I'm not too familiar with this one. I don't know what. Kui, fourth tone. Xinqi Kui Fa. Ah, okay. Kui here is kind of like a lack, Kui Fa. This is like a dearth of information. Fancy word. All right, so there is this character I would have trouble with. What's that? Oh, it's qi kan, right? 形式qi kan yin fa xing. Okay, no, that's okay. Yeah, okay, 基本囊括了. Using 囊 is a sack, 囊括. First time I've encountered that word. So they are trying to make it considerably hard. Some of these topics are pretty advanced. So we're hearing about Zhang Zhongyin and his medical something or other, some contribution to medicine. Presumably this is an important treatise in medicine from the late Han Dynasty. Dong Han, Eastern Han. Is Eastern Han? Yeah, no. The Han Dynasty splits into East and West when the capital moved, right? So Eastern Han Monian. So that's towards the end, and then it goes to Sangguo Shiqi, if I remember correctly. I don't know, I have to look that up. Any characters I don't know? Do you see any you don't know? Nothing. 依然 resolute, 辞去, so resolutely resign. Yeah, all right, so nothing too exciting, just this. But it's mostly here. 金匮要略. I don't even know what that means, but all right. Even after looking at that. All right. So characters, nothing exciting there. This is a completely unique style. Oh, on the HSK6 2.0 version, they have the fill in a gap, and you fill in a gap with a sentence, or not a sentence, but more of a clause. You take a clause, you have a gap, and sometimes you cannot immediately infer which clause goes in which gap because you can fill it in multiple ways and both will come out correct. Thing is, down the line, you'll go, oh, this one must be filled in this way. That implies this one at the start has to be filled in that way, and so on. And yeah, that can be a bit of an issue. So this one would be quite challenging. This one's similar. You have to throw away one and keep 5 and order 5. It's much harder. Yeah, if you took the HSK6 exercise, the comparable one, and guessed randomly, you would get 1 out of 5. So I don't know why they got rid of that. I don't know why they changed it to this. This makes guessing near impossible, right? Because you have to throw one away as well. Also, with the HSK6 one, you're given the text. You only fill in sentences. Whereas here, you've got to figure out where the text starts, etc., etc. But quite often, this one. What is this character? Maybe I don't know this one. I'm not sure. What's in my notes? 全家吃糖. Oh, right. Yeah, I had 吃糖. Yeah. Welcome to why I study this. Why I do this. 吃糖. Yeah, so this is like you have in your family some sort of memorial or something to I don't know, ancestors? What did they use it? How do they use it here? I can't get the dictionary. What is 慈游廊墙壁上的no, is it 香 or 钱? I always get them mixed up. Anyway, I got off topic. So there's nothing too incredible in the way of characters. And guessing would be harder. All right. Anyway, let's continue. I'm getting off track. There's only one of these. Why is there only one of them? I don't know. Section 3. Yeah, I need to figure out timing in particular. Section 3. 三部分回答在10个字之内以内 so this is 10 of your characters. All right, so we have, they're all subjective in the sense of, okay, so there's 2 sets of 7. However, if you live in China, subjective questions are not that subjective. They expect you to copy and paste from the text. That's been my experience here in China. If you did that in Australia, you'd probably get flagged for plagiarism. Yeah. 为了适应新的环境，黄河里 This is the Chinese character for carp. It's a non-HSK character. And guess what? I have notes as well. I'll show you. Whoops. You. This one. Here it is. Oh, this is a different one. Li. Oh, it's Li. No, I said the wrong thing. No, it is carp. What did I call it? I called it yours. Li. It is carp. Different types of carp. Liu. Liu is carp. Okay, so this is the generic name for carp. Jinli is this one here, which is a special type of carp, right? Yeah. There is good reason why I do this. Okay, so Liu is Liu. There it is there. That is carp. All right. 做了什么变化? All right, so we look for carp 黄河. So in the Yellow River. Yellow River carp has some kind of transformation. 黄河里. 是有鳞的. Okay, so presumably it removes the scales. So 趋鳞, right? What's that character? Huang Yu. It's just the name of a fish, right? But is it on my list? This one is not on my list. Where were we? So it's so rare, it's not on my list. What's that one? That one also rare. Let's put it in, see if it's on here. I don't know. Chulolo. Oh, it's law. Naked. Ah. Wait, really? Oh, no, then I do know this character. No, variant character. No, this one's a variant. It's just naked. Okay. Oh yeah, the left-hand side is closed. No, alright, I retract that. I do know this character. I retract this. How do I remove it? Click that one. Ah! I want to remove that. Go away. No, but I want to remove this one. How do I remove it? Go away. Okay. Yeah. So if I was going to answer this, do I need to answer in a complete sentence? So I can't write. Okay. Wait. So maybe I would say 黄河鲤鱼年年脱鳞. So something in that ballpark. So because it said every year they like get rid of their scales. Would 脱鳞, this is the lin, fish scales. Actually, I'll show you. It's here as well. Fish scales. There is reason I do this. I can tell you. Is it a HSK character? No, it's not a HSK character, Lin. But if you live in China and eat fish, you'll probably learn that character. Yeah, Wuli. Do they Tuolin or do they just don't have any? Oh no, I misread this. 13万年前. All right, so I would have got a given a bad answer. So they're talking about evolutionary history. It's not every year they Tuolin, they were kind of cast off their scales. They do not have scales. So I should write, do I need to talk about evolution? To adapt to a new environment. Yeah, I've only got 10 characters. So again, I'm probably meant to copy and paste, but... Oh, all right, so copy and paste that. Is that 10 characters? That's 11 characters. Yeah. It's really a little bit demoralizing because you think, oh, right, I can I can actually do writing, like write something important, but it's not like that at all. You're expected to copy and paste this here. But it says 控制在这个以内. So does that include 10 characters? I'm not sure. All right. Wait, I think this is in my list. Pretty rare. But no, it's not on my list. It's so rare, it's not in my list of 4,000 blah blah characters. Hui. Editing. All right, pause a second. I want to add it to my list of characters to think about. Yeah, so what I've been doing is keeping this issue up to date, or at least with my reading. So these are the characters that are outside the corpus that I encounter in my everyday life. Some of them, this one I already added. So the ones with the tick, I go, you know what, I'm adding that. Trying to make it as comprehensive as possible, like everything outside the corpus is not reasonable to expect a human to know, kind of thing. What are meant to be students? This one, I remember this. This character I saw in the HSK 3.0 standards. So I feel like sometimes these characters are used only to flex. Aha! To flex, I know these additional characters. I did this degree. I'm going to make use of all these characters I know. Some of them are worth learning. This one I feel like is worth learning in particular. So I'll probably add quite a lot to what already is there, but these ones are not in the list. So what do you reckon? Hui? It was Hui Yo. Is it that one? Maybe not. Yeah, it's this one. Different character. But maybe it's evolution. Hui Yo. Migrate as a fish. Oh, that's an important character. It's rare, but it's also important. Maybe I should add it to my fish. All right. Wow. So where were we? So whale. This is migratory fish. Wow, that's an important character. All right. Yeah, luns, they're eggs or roe, fish roe. I'm just flicking through, seeing if I see any characters I don't recognize. Liu is willow. Buhayu, Buhahu. These are just names of rivers, right? Himahu. Nothing. It is. It's poor kan, right? Kan, is it? Kanke. Shanlu kanke. Yeah, it's just not flat. 凹凸不平. Maybe it's a greater scale. Yan. No, 繁衍生息. This is reproduce, right? Fairly rare characters, but like when you're HSK. I feel like you have to be a mathematician to know what this means. Like, do non-mathematicians know what that means? That's wild! Like, I'll show you what it's like. It's percent, but it's, I don't know. Yeah, 千分比. That's crazy. I've never seen this used. Like, I have a PhD in maths. I've never seen it used in the wild. 千分比. Like, you have 百分之 blah blah blah, but this is 千分之 blah blah blah. I've never seen it used in the wild. That's blowing my mind. All right. Yeah. Yeah, even I was pretty unsure. I was like, wait, this does mean, yeah, it's, is there an English word for it? I don't even know what it is, if it exists. But I know it's like 1 in 1,000 rather than 1 in 100. But beyond that, ugh. 刚和. I just want to see if there's any other characters. Wen Twin. We saw that one already. Do we do this one? That's Huang, is it? Huang Yu. Oh. Oh, we did that one, didn't we? Up here. Was there another one? I don't remember. Nothing unfamiliar, really. All right. So there's nothing 逆水行舟 to go against the stream 和后面言语 yeah, nothing too extreme. You need to know that they're talking about fish. So you've got to study all these fish words. All right. What are we doing? All right. So there's 4 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those. I mean, I don't think this requires any additional time. How many characters are here? 933. Right. So I can't spend 10 minutes on each of those. It'd have to drop down to, yes. So these are probably equal in length. Maybe that. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So what's 60 divided by 7? I don't know. Yeah, all right. Well, whatever 60 divided by 7 is. It's not quite 7. It's more like 8 minutes per batch. I don't know. I like to read them in full because I feel like you get a lot deeper understanding. But here are just read and answer questions. That one objective, subjective. This one is wacky. I may do this one and this one first, save that one for the end. Because it's very likely I'd get that wrong even if I spent a lot of time on it. All right. Writing. Okay. Okay, this is completely unlike anything I've seen before. 请对下列图表进行描述与分析，写一篇200字左右的文章，限时15分钟。Okay, so 中国预想地区互联网普及率。So okay, internet. Like what proportion of the population is connected to the internet over time? This is historical data. Okay. So okay, we have this one and this one. So 农村 is villages, and this is 城镇, cities and towns. So this is obviously going to have a lower rate. So, all right, when I look at this, I'd have to first, I'd say something like 以上图表中，描绘了是中国 两种的地域，互联网互联网普及率，it's already there. 包括 A 就是城镇地区和 B 农村地区。从图表我们可以推断，城镇地区。Oh, I didn't mention history. So I need to say as time changes. 是根据so it's every year. 从2016年到2020年，每年的数据。Something like this. I'd have to form a proper paragraph. And I'd emphasize that both lines are going up steadily, but the improvement for 农村 is more rapid towards the end. So, 城镇地区的增加，很稳定，和农村地区都很稳定，农村地区的增加更快，但是开始点比较低。也许 perhaps you can say it crossed the 50% threshold here as well. 2020年农村地区互联网的普及率超过了50%的里程碑，达到了55.9%。Not perfect, but if I had 15 minutes, so you have to spend 15 minutes on that task, is that right? And you're not given a second task until after that 15 minutes? Oh, there's only one, is there? Hold on. Writing. One. Oh, okay. Well, that wouldn't be too bad. I can handle that. I mean, I'd have to practice and make sure I'm very familiar with it. Whoa, 600 characters. All right. 论语. Wow. All right, maybe I should add 论语 to my list of things I should learn. 工欲善其事，必先利其器。必先利其器。So, 工 here is work or craftsmanship. So if you wish to be adept at your craftsmanship, you first must be li. I guess this li is classical Chinese, of course. Doesn't have the modern day meaning, but it's probably like adept at the tools. So if you want to be good at your craftsmanship, you must first be adept at using the tools, I think. Oh, li. There's also 锋利. You could sharpen your tools. 字面意思是工匠要想做好自己的工作，一定要事先磨快工具。Okay, it was my second meaning. So first you must sharpen your tools. So we do not interpret this literally. Or at least we should mention the literal interpretation, but apply it more broadly. So it's called, what do you call it? 演绎, is that right? 演绎. That's what you normally use. The extended meaning. Is that the phrase? 演绎. 演绎. No. What's the word I'm after? When you describe a metaphor, you have the literal meaning and the extended meaning. There's also this one, 引申义. That'd work. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of this. Fanyandia. This one. Yan is. Is it not that? Or is it this one? This one. Derivative meaning. Oh, okay. So this is different to what I was thinking. Yan sheng yi derives meaning. And it's not exactly what I was thinking. Maybe I should just use bu way. Something like bu way. So bu you. Is it not something like this? All right. Okay. Moral of the story. Yeah. Moral of the story. I need to like tighten that writing style. But yeah, I remember getting something like this on the oral exam, HSK, and that destroyed me. 600 characters. 谈谈你对这句话的认识，并论证你的观点。论证 implies you will demonstrate it or argue for it by means of providing evidence. So presumably you will want some sort of anecdote, personal anecdote, or maybe a general case. Like, I don't know, you mentioned Steve Jobs, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that would be an interesting task. I would be far more interested in doing this than the writing section on HSK6, which is 缩写. Translation, I kind of feel like this would be relatively easy. I just need to know the time. All right, so 2 pieces. I do not fear this very much. Actually, I fear it after getting tired from the reading section, I can tell you. And then translation is after that and all together. Oh, is there a break after reading? Oh, if there's a break after reading, maybe I can handle it. I need a bathroom break in there somewhere. I drink too much coffee. After experiencing a major disaster, people's behavior may change unconsciously and people may even permanently alter their behavioral patterns. For instance, researchers found that compared to other population groups, individuals who have experienced an earthquake tend to become significantly more conservative in their personalities, less likely to engage in risky behaviors in the 3 years following the earthquake. This suggests that under the influence of significant traumatic events, people may develop a greater aversion to risks and a stronger pursuit of stability. All right. What? Oh, there's another task. Like, that looks like it'd take 10 minutes. I really do not see anything challenging there, especially if you have to type. If you get to type, if you want me to handwrite it, it would take a bit longer. I do not. Oh, it's the same task, just another one. All right, this does not seem challenging at all. It seems like I do this and then rest. I do not anticipate it taking 35 minutes. 请将下列2篇材料译写成中文. So they're both from English to Chinese. I don't know any other languages, so I'm taking the English Chinese test. All right. This is the oral one. Yeah, this is an order of magnitude more difficult than the written one. So there will be a break, and you're given this. Are you given prep time? Does it say? Where are we here? Yeah, so oral translation, oral speaking. There's a 30-minute break. Oh, I hope I have a coffee. I'd need a coffee. All right. I'm a morning person. This is late for me. This is when I'm winding down. I'm not going to do well. I'll have to adjust my morning routine to get a new routine to prepare for this. So, sorry. So this one's the written, this one's oral. All right. oral, translate this into Chinese speaking. So basically read it aloud, but read it aloud in Chinese. Is that right? In order to avoid the overwhelming crowds, reverse tourism has gradually become more and more popular among young people, bringing some lesser-known tourist towns into people's sights. Tired of the overcrowded popular attractions during the holidays, many young people, especially those who want to escape their busy city lives, have started exploring alternative options. Going against the tide of flocking to well-known yet generally jam-packed tourist destinations for vacation tends to spend their leisure time at lesser-known resorts to seek unique, relaxed holiday experiences. When it comes to traveling, reverse tourism has become a new trend among younger generations in China. Not sure if it counts as reversed, going to non-overcrowded. Why is it reverse? What is the reverse of? Anyway, 逆行旅游，为了避免人山人海的overwhelming. Yeah, I do need to get more precise. You do need to learn translation, not just Chinese, right? It's a different task. I need to know how to translate this into Chinese, not just speak in Chinese. All right, so there's 2 of those. I presume you're given ample time. I don't understand the exact format. There's like flash. All right. And this is after the break. Oh, this looks challenging. Okay, I'm going to have a break myself. 1 second, please. Right, where were we? So oral, this is the absolute last section of the day when I'm going to be the tiredest. What have we done? 3. 3 was the previous one, was it? Oh no, we're still in translation section. This is not the last. Where were we? Here. Oh, okay, so no, we've done the translation. We're now doing the oral section. All right, as separate from oral translation. We do the oral translation first and then the oral. All right. Oral. All right. So what do? You read this. 你的外籍朋友艾莎 like Elisa or something like this. Blah, 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 blah. So they're coming to Beijing. They're traveling in Beijing. So we need to help them prepare an itinerary for the Museum of Natural History. Have I been there? I don't know, but I want to go there. 国家自然博物馆. The national, what do you call it in Chinese? What? Why have I not gone there? 国立国家自然博物馆. I don't know. I may have been there. Dinosaurs. I think I have been here. Yeah, I've been here. I remember seeing dinosaurs. Interesting. It certainly helps if you've been there and you know where it is. So 下午票. So that's in red. I went there with a friend. So was this during the pandemic and you needed special permission and things like this? So these are like regulations, blah, blah, blah. All right. So 3 minutes for descriptions. Do you have prep time? Yeah, 那天你有事不能陪他去。你请告诉他预约信息以及参观的注意事项. All right, so I need to take this, read it. I don't know, have time to read it and then say this and leave it like a text message or something, voice message. It's an interesting thing, right? So your friend is coming to travel in Beijing and you're going to speak to your friend in Chinese. And for some reason, they can't just read this, despite being fluent in listening Chinese. All right, in this super contrived context, this is going to be a real challenge for me. This is the hardest one so far, I think. I may do disastrously in this section. All right. So there are 3 of them as well. Ouch. No, hold on. 1 of them. Okay, 1 of them, maybe I have to take the L. Take the L on that one. I'm not going to do well. Okay, 听材料回答问题. 30 seconds. 2 minutes. Okay, so 32 minutes. So I do not have any more information than that. You just need to application documents, narrative text, argument. You have to very quickly respond to some text you hear, audio. I do not know how to prepare for that. Section 3, speaking. 观点表达. I got nothing. Well, that's not very helpful, is it? Where were we? Or what do we have? 3 minutes. 观点表达. Okay, so here you're replying to a question, and here you're just expressing your point of view. All right. I don't know much about this. All right. If I'm going to take this exam, I will need to know this. But, okay, in all likelihood, I will not do particularly well on this exam, which means I need to be mentally prepared for that. Yeah. But maybe I should do it and think of it more as a, like, experience for a future exam where I will do better at it. Yeah. If you see, like, Chinese people taking TOEFL or something like this, they'll take it like 10 times. Very expensive. And they'll just report the best marks they get. It's like, oh, okay. No, I shouldn't generalize so much like that, right? Some people genuinely do very well even on their first attempt. We'll see how we go. Anyway, if you have survived the video to this point, thank you for watching. I'm still considering this, but it really makes it a serious consideration, just taking it in May 9. Fits in with my timetable pretty well, so maybe I should do it. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Remember to do liking and subscribing. Yeah, if I am going to lock in this, I'm going to be studying a lot more, and I'm probably going to be recording myself studying and uploading it to YouTube. I will have to find study methods that match the exam format. It will help me here. So, some of it's going to include learning rare characters, but some of it's going to be like read a lot. Some of it's going to be use AI to generate mock exams, because there aren't that much. I've got this. It's not going to work with my green screen, but this is a textbook with mock exam questions, so I could give it a go. Oh, there's Korean in here. Oh yeah, it's a Korean book. All right. Yeah, that's an issue. The translation tasks are in Korean. ChatGPT is gonna need to translate something for me. All right. Thanks everyone for watching and, you know, supporting me throughout the years. Maybe we can set this as a goal. I haven't fully locked it in, but if my mind doesn't change in the next few days, maybe I will lock it in. All right, thank you all. TTFN.